Hello everyone, this is Krauser979 doing a guide on how to kill QBD on Legacy mode. I'm only going to be doing melee for this video because I only have melee gear, I don't have mage gear, and I only have 74 range, so good luck in trying to do that. Anyway, for melee, I highly recommend at least full bandos. That includes the gloves and the boots because you're really going to need the damage, the extra damage bonus. Since you're sacrificing your amulet for the Remora's necklace from the quest, a song from the depth, I think. Don't do QBD if you don't have this necklace. So do the quest, get the necklace, and go off and do QBD. Anyway, for Legacy mode, because Legacy mode, they really amped up the AGS, so AGS is another weapon I'd like to use. You can also do dual Chaotix or dual Dragors, but those degrade over time and you end up paying a little bit more, so I like to do with AGS. Same thing with Bandos. I mean, you could also use Torva, which also gives you the extra defense, which doesn't matter much, but it also gives you the HP, which does matter much. It's the only armor that gives you a bonus HP. But at the same time, it degrades, so if you can afford it, if you already have it, go with it. If not, full Bandos. For the ring, Warrior Ring. Go Warrior Ring if you're going melee. I have mine imbued. You don't have to have it imbued, but if you do, it's a really good bonus for you. For the auras, I'm using Berserker. Now, you can only use Berserker once per trip since it only lasts for 10 minutes. But it's really good for that one trip because you get to hit really hard and really accurate. If your Berserker runs out, either Revenance, whatever how it's pronounced, or Vampirism. And if all those worn out, well, good luck. I think you should be done QBD for the day if all those auras run out. And by that time, you probably made enough money for, you know, a good while. So that's about it. Inventory-wise, super set, extreme set, sorry. I don't have overloads, but you really, the minimum is extremes. If not, overloads are just as fine. And other than that, super anti-fire, you need at least a 2-dose, because you might run out depending on how long you take the kill, so bring a second dose. And super restore, because Berserker does lower your defense, so bring a super restore after you activate the aura, drink it, and then use it as a prayer pot. So only bring 2 prayer pots, or 2 prayer pots or 2 flasks, whatever. As long as you have 2, it gives you just enough for the trip. And Rocktail. Don't go Rocktail soup because that's a waste of money in Legacy. So that's about it for the inventory and gear wise. You need at least a tort and fill it up with food. If not, unicorn or yak. Tort is the bare minimum. This is really just cutting it close, right? I'm doing the bare minimum, but I'm going to show you that it works. You know, you don't need to go all crazy with Torva and yak. You know, you don't need to be the richest guy to do QBD. You can just get by with this gear. So, easiest way to get to QBD, Port Sarim teleport. Very easy, home teleport there. The cave's right there. Walk in, and then you're almost ready. Okay, just before you go in, activate your aura. I switched to Vampirism because I tried before with Berserker and the audio got messed up, so that's always fun. And since Berserker only lasts 10 minutes, I have to immediately switch it out, so sorry about that. Activate your aura, drink your super anti-fire, so that's one less pot you have to drink before going in, and hope for the best. Okay, once you're in, immediately pot up your super extremes or overloads or whatever you are. Set your quick praise. I always have mine set to soul split for the first round because really the QBD doesn't do that much damage at all in the first phase. And then you're just gonna start. Wow, really? Fire right away? Oh well. I generally like to save the spec for later. The first phase really doesn't do much, so save the spec for at least the second wave, second whatever. So yeah, the first one is really easy, especially if you have Vampirism. Just makes you safe a lot. Wow, she really is loving the fire in this round. That's unfortunate. Hopefully that doesn't spell bad news. I would love to do this without eating. Another one. Wow. Come on. Okay. Go, go, go. Get the center pillar as soon as you can, so only one of these giant worms spawn. Kill it immediately so it doesn't become a pain in the butt later on. Trust me, Very little effort. The QBD takes a while to attack, so it's best to get this little bugger out of the way real quick. There he is. He's dead. Now for the spec. Wow. Oh, I thought that would be a little more. Oh well. Okay. Second wave is a little harder, especially when she starts doing that. That's when you either... Okay, pay attention to your prayers. Just keep hitting. Don't mind the giant wall of flames careening towards you. Just keep hitting. So frustrating. One spot away. Always happens, but don't bother moving, otherwise it's just going to do you extra damage. So far, so good. Another note, kill these things right away. They're weak to melee, so they're usually... Wow. As I say, they're weak to melee. It takes forever to freaking kill this guy. They're usually a one-hit. Attack the thing. Wow. Constant 500 bombs. I love the AGS after Legacy. Okay, start moving. Make sure there's very little. Okay, 2 worms, very nice. Don't bother with them. There's 2 of them, just tank them. That's why I said to kill the first one, so they won't be a problem later on. Try a lucky spec? Nah. I haven't really been getting spec much. I don't think QBD likes the AGS spec. That's strange. Okay, wow, and I should have spec 555. That would have been like an 800 hit almost. Wow, see, AGS just wrecks QBD in Legacy mode. That got, oh wow, already we're into the 4th phase. Just tank all the hits. None of the souls even spawn. That's incredible. This is a really good run. Watch the praise. Shouldn't have drank from the flask. Oh well. As a backup, everything's soft. Get your food. So far, this is an unbelievable trip so far. Now kill these things before they really screw you up. They are very easy to one-hit. Very easy to one-hit. Get rid of them before they do the time stop bull crap. Trust me, I would do so well, and then I would forget about one of these because they would be hiding in the corner, and then a time stop would just ruin me. Eat, 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 eat. Gotta save up. Don't focus on, just make sure you get your HP to the right level before you start dropping bombs. There we go. That's decent enough, I guess. Make sure your HP is at the right level. Otherwise, if you start risking, this is not the place to risk. Oh, graphic mess up. Yeah, this is not the place where you should risk. This is so far a really good trip. Honestly, you really don't need dual Dragors or anything, really. AGS is just fine. Jeez. Is that it? Oh, that's it. Okay, good. Really good trip so far. I still have food in my torch, so that's pretty good. Not bad at all. AGS really does a good job in Legacy mode. You wouldn't even think about doing this in EOC with an AGS. Okay, that's about it. Let's see what we get from the loot crate. Oops. Store everything just to make room. Wow. Okay, let's see what we get. Not the worst, but not the best drop. Actually, this was pretty bad. Do we have enough space for everything? Of course not. Okay, just bank everything. Alright, that's about it, I guess. QBD on Legacy mode with an AGS and full melee gear. Stay tuned for more videos, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this little guide demonstration of QBD on Legacy mode. Alright.